What's up, world? It's your boy Lionel Ray, L to the B. I just want to say thank you for everybody tuning in to another edition of Why Ask Why, Selfishly Loving the Self. And this week we are going to talk about knowing your wealth. It's very important to know what you are worth, what you stand for, what you are willing to do things for, and why. And making sure that those things are in line with who you want to be and with who you want to be portrayed as and who you want people to see. So, as always, let's jump right into it. Now, when I say something like knowing your wealth or your worth, it's not a monetary value, although it can be applied to that, but how it helps you to love yourself more, how it helps you to love others more, how it helps to make your life better is doing things that make you happy, being able to know when to say yes, when to say no, when to make moves, when to stay still, stay quiet, when to understand when someone doesn't understand who you really are, and how to stand next to that, the confidence to believe in that. But that confidence only comes when you know what that value of yourself is. So here's the problem that most of us have and the issues that most of us fall into when we don't know our worth. First up is putting ourselves in positions where we're not happy. Going places, doing things with friends and others that doesn't necessarily vibe with you, but you make these decisions because you want to hang out with your friends or you don't want to be alone. You know what? I love myself so much, and my worth, my wealth into myself that I invest into my life is a high point to where I can survive alone. Now, I don't like being alone. I don't want to be lonely. No one does. But if you love yourself, I can easily go for a walk. I can take myself to a movies. I can take myself for a dinner date. I can sit at home, play video games, and watch TV all by myself, and I will be okay. When you do not fear being alone, when not having other people around is not a necessity of your life, there is so much strength and power in finding things, multiple things that you can do by yourself. So when you find a lonely moment, you go do those things. Another problem that we get into when we don't know our worth is going to be the idea that we need something from somewhere else, external, to make ourselves happy. Now, this is false. This is untrue. And that feeling comes from being in a position to where we think what we have isn't good enough. But you are more than good enough. You are worth time. You are worth effort. You are worth investment. You are worth the whole world. You are worth everything. And when you believe that, you will start to garner that type of respect and love back. Now, another problem that we have with not knowing our self-worth is allowing people to take advantage of us or for us to take advantage of ourselves, which you can take advantage of yourself by doing things you know you shouldn't be doing, doing things you don't want to do, putting yourself in positions like going to jobs. Now, some people may say that I am arrogant or that, I am just full of myself because I believed that I could run a music company, that I could be making music and using this entertainment to have a successful life. And for all those people who said I couldn't do it or thought I was dreaming or who said it was too hard or who told me I was just arrogant because I didn't want to, for me, use my time working at a 9-to-5 or something else, I say ha. Because I run my own DJ company, a successful company, as a matter of fact, that is expanding. I am going into business with other people, and all of that came from me knowing that my time, the energy that I have to put into something, and the energy that I want from it needs to be worth it to me, to my happiness. And so I found ways, and I've had other jobs. Sometimes I've had 2 and 3 jobs because the time was worth it to be able to move money around and have myself available to do the things I want. But my story, I worked at a restaurant. I worked at other restaurants. I've had dead-end jobs. And the whole time I was working for other companies as a DJ and an MC, doing bar mitzvahs and weddings and stuff. And I garnered respect in that and money and time to now I own my own business. And I'm grateful and thankful to be in the position that I'm at, and I'm looking for what's next. But I knew I wasn't going to settle for less. And it was hard. I was almost homeless once. I got fired on my day off from one job. I was working at this Chinese food restaurant. I won't say their name because I still eat there, but the people who also got fired after me because they sucked at their job, I was really mad to get fired on my day off. I was in another state, and because they didn't want me to work there, they got rid of me. And to them, I say, ha, because I don't know where they're at. And honestly, I hope they're doing well, but I'm glad they didn't get to where they wanted to go in that particular company because they made some bad decisions. And they made bad decisions about themselves and me. And that's what happens when you don't understand your worth. I was fine. I found a way to get where I had to go because I knew no matter how low I got, I would get back up. And I landed myself in a position to where I am now, and I own my own business, and I'm doing my own channel, talking to you out there, giving you the energy that I gave myself and that others gave me to get where I'm at. And I want you to be there. I want you to get to a point to where you can stand on your own 2 feet, believe in yourself, love yourself the way I love me because I love you how I love me, and go forward. And one of the most important parts of that, one of the most important things you need to understand is your self-worth, your wealth. What do you put in? How do you value yourself? And how do you add to that value? Whether it be through skills, through school and knowledge, through people, through finances, anything that adds to your wealth that you can use to give to others, to share with others, to help others, and to build yourself up, to have the confidence and love in yourself to know that you're going to win. And losing and failing aren't losses. Those aren't minuses. Loss or failure is not a minus. It's actually a chance for you to learn so that the next time you try, you don't make the same mistakes, or you see something coming before it happens. And then you get a chance to move on and go forward. I've been in a position to where I made some mistakes and I didn't know the mistakes were mine. And I was at a job and I get fired or quit or get tired and lose. And then I'm like, okay, I need to learn. I know about myself, I can't work a desk job. I know about myself, I can't do a telemarketing job or cold calling or even warm calling. Now, if you can, you make good money at that, great. I'm not putting you down. And I want you to succeed in any way you can. But you have to know that that's something that makes you happy. Or it's a means to an end because it pays for things that you can do what you do. But knowing what you stand for, what your worth is, allows you to say, okay, I can do this, but I'm going to the manager and saying, hey, how long does it take me to be a manager? Because if I sit here in this desk for too long, it's not going to be worth it to me. And you have to fight for that. You have to believe that. It's the only way other people will believe that, and those opportunities will come to you. I've heard people say, why doesn't these things happen to me? And I go, well, what energy do you put into yourself so that when people look at you, they go, you're that guy, you're that girl, you're that person, you're that one that we need to be here in this position. If that's what you want. You know, you have to have the knowledge. You not only have to have the worth ethic, you have to have the belief and the love in the self. So when you walk into a room, no one can deny that you are who you are. But if you don't understand that about yourself, if you don't value yourself, if you don't acquire an investment from you to you, it's hard for those positions and those opportunities to open up and give you validity. You won't be able to juice the world for as much as you can from your energy if you're not putting your energy out there. If you're not putting your energy into the things that you love, that make you happy, or that are going to get you where you want to go. And it all starts from you, selfishly loving yourself. It starts by putting energy into yourself first. I look in the mirror and I tell myself that I am great, that I am awesome, that I am beautiful, that I am smart, that I'm strong. And you are those things too. You are those things. And only by acknowledging your wealth and saying, nuh-uh, this is what I'm at, this is what I'm good for, then things won't work as well. Now, I believe that everyone should live on any scale the same quality of life. And by that, I mean if you are the fry cook at McDonald's, or if you want to own your own McDonald's, there is no reason why your happiness shouldn't be at the same level. Because I tell you this, I'm not a huge fan of McDonald's, but I do like McDonald's fries. Every once in a while, I might venture out and get me a little small thing of McDonald's fries, with a hot and spicy McChicken. But I want that person, whether it be a college kid, a high school kid, or an adult who has 2 or 3 jobs and has to feed his family. I want that person to be happy and to take pride that I enjoy what they're doing. Because without someone to do that job, we wouldn't have it. If no one wants to and will cook the fries, all the fries are going to come out burnt or come out cold. They're not going to be salted right. And why? Because that job is beneath you or me? No, not at all. But the person who will do that job, I want you to know that I respect, love the job that you are doing. And I'm going to do my job, which is to make music and sit here and give you motivation. Now, what I need you to do is to take this energy and give it to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am a 10. I am worth 10 respect. I am worth level 10 love. I am worth level 10 life. And a level 10 life is what you want it to be, not what I want your life to be or what I want my life to be. It doesn't have to match. You just have to be happy with what you get. And it starts with what you give yourself so that you know what to give others. When you're giving yourself love and admiration, when you're giving yourself the accolades of waking up every morning and trying hard and doing what you can to be happy, you will reap the benefits. And that it will make your conversations with others that much easier and that much more plentiful in joy. And that only happens when you have a level of worth and investment for yourself that will make other people give it back to you as well. Now, how do you do this? Well, there's only one way that I know to acknowledge your wealth, to be able to see it. And it comes down to saying no. So the first thing that I start to do, like when I'm talking to like my sisters or any of my female friends about relationships, is it's easy to get yourself into a situation when all you're looking for is what you want or what you need, and you're ignoring the signs of things that don't vibe with your energy. Now, when you decide to be mindful of the things that you don't like, be mindful of the things that make you uncomfortable, be mindful of the things that aren't really going to get you where you want to go, you can then make a decision of compromise. I can handle this for a certain amount of time. Or you can make a decision of saying no. And saying no is so powerful for the self-love because you don't put yourself into situations. You don't find yourself into these situations of people taking advantage of you or you gaining, negative energy from people or from yourself, because then you're not looking at yourself thinking you made a bad decision. When you focus on your no's, when you be mindful of the things you don't want, it's easier to cut things off. Cut people out of your life. You got to sometimes cut someone out of your life. Everybody's not meant to be in your life forever. Some of us are only here for a season, and you need to realize when it's time to move on. Man, that's sad to say, but it's true. If you want to go somewhere, everything in your life has to be catered to where you want to go. So you need to know when to say no. And that's when something comes up, or when something's been around you for a long time and you're comfortable and you go, well, what is this doing for me? It is okay to ask, what are you doing for me? It's okay to ask, what is this situation? Because some things are there just to be there. I've got family, I've got friends who we don't do a lot of stuff, but you know what? I love them, and we're around the same level and taking a break from everything to sit down and chat and talk and do stuff, and it's cool. And then I've got people who build me up. They're always investing in me, always investing their time and things in that, and the growth and pushing. But I don't have a lot of people who hold me back. I don't have a lot of people who pull me down, arguing with me for no reason. I'm worth more than that. My time is worth more than that. If every time we talk and hang out, we fight about something, we argue about something, or have to pay for everything every time we hang out, I'm sorry I can't hang out with you, because my time is worth more. My time, I want to be happy. I want to smile. I want to laugh. I want to do these things. These are the list of things that I want to do. And if I can't do these things with you, I'm sorry. My time and your time just don't mix, and my time is worth more. So I need to put my time, my energy into things that make me happy. And it is okay to say that. It's 100% necessary to say that. Because when you sit back and you go, my life sucks, my question to you is, how many things in this life make you happy? And then how many of these things that don't make you happy can you get rid of? And you find a lot of things we hold on to, we're holding on to them for stupid reasons, or for shallow reasons, or for fear. I don't want to be afraid. I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be mad. And I know you don't either. So the first step is to just cut some things out of your life and start being more selfish. Telling yourself you love you. And assigning worth to your time, your efforts, your energy that feed back positive energy to you. It doesn't help happen overnight. And it's not going to be easy right away. And some things, some places you need to cut stuff off, like family or close friends, may be hard. But if they love you, and if there are things that are meant to be in your life, they come back. They don't go that far. But if you don't make the change, and if you don't tell yourself how much you're worth, your time is worth, well, the alternative is you just never happy. And I'd rather see you happy. I'd rather see you flourish. So know how much you're worth. Know the wealth that you want to invest in yourself. And invest that same amount of energy into others around you. And the people who you find yourself in connection with and in conversation with, who will go up that mountain with you and go down that rabbit hole of happiness and self-love and success. Those are the people that will make you stronger. And you will see your life start to turn around and become better. I don't have a degree in this. I'm just a guy who's been practicing, watching, learning, and have changed my life and put worth into my own life and want to share the way I've done these things, what I have learned, how I feel, and where I'm coming from to where I'm going with you. So I hope you love yourself the way I love me, because I love you the way I love me. And I love me. But make sure you love yourself, please, and invest in yourself. Thanks for watching and tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe. Catch me every week. We're going to keep going with this. This is going to be 10 episodes, and then we're going to move on to some other stuff. I just want everybody to know that everything that I put out will be about music, love, and success. Deuces.